Morning guys, this is just me doing a quick weekly review of my trades this week. Not a lot to report really, it was a quiet week for me. I actually only ended up taking one trade on my main account. So we'll go through it very briefly and we'll have a quick look. So starting on GU, pound dollar, 15-minute chart. Here's Monday. As you can see, the EMA is all flat. Out the Asian session into London we came below, but there's no trade there, so on to the next day. I'll try and go through these nice and quick. Tuesday came along. As you can see, it's still a mess. No setup there for me. Asian session broke straight out the low, back into London session. A few little wicks below. Complete mess, nothing to trade. On to Wednesday. Now this is where it gets a bit worrying, because by Wednesday I was edging for a trade. So we'll come to that in a minute though. So, and that's it basically. The only time we started to get some movement was here on Thursday. But it moved down so fast from the Asian session here. Broke out, going long in the London session, and then just sort of messed around. And that was it for GU. The other pairs were all kind of similar setups, nothing to take. We're in a downtrend on the EU there, and London's breaking out high. EMA's all flat the rest of the week. Very slow, boring week really. And the only trade I did take was on USD CAD. So here's Monday. Try and zoom in a little bit for you. So Monday was flat, as you can see. A little breakout here of the London to the high side from the Asian, nothing significant. So didn't enter that one. You can see the EMA's spreading apart and my trend line's now more angled up. So we're getting some momentum now. So on to Tuesday. Nothing much of a breakout there, nothing to enter. It just sort of meandered around until the New York session. So now we're on to Wednesday. And we're getting a bit desperate for a trade, I think. It's like been all week. I want this account to grow and I haven't entered anything yet. I can go 1 or 2 days, but by 3 days I think I'm getting a twitch. So luckily USD CAD on Wednesday, you can see we're in a nice uptrend now. There's my trend line showing that. Drawn on here and here. Then out of the Asian session we pulled back into the London session and broke out the high around about 10 o'clock on Wednesday. So I set a pending order on the pullback here. Breakout, pullback, continuation. That's the plan anyway. And then we've got these blue levels here, previous wicks and high points to the left to be aware of. So as you can see here, it took me in around about 11:30, which is a bit late for me to go in, about 11:30. So I would have preferred to have been in a bit earlier. So not ideal straight away. The trade started to go in my favour here and went up to approximately 1.5 hour. Stop loss here was below the Asian low because by Wednesday I think I was a bit over worried about losing my P&L from last week, because we had a good week last week. So I wanted to protect the account, a bit nervous. Maybe it should have been down here instead under these lows, and then would have doubled my results, but it is what it is. You can see my little notes here I took on a smaller account, which I sometimes call a play account, and then on my main account. When I reach these blue levels here, which are resistance levels, I won't scroll all the way over there, but trust me, there's wick levels where prices turned and changed those levels before. So when price action reached this point, and then we started getting these little wicks here, with the low wicks down, I snapped the profits. And took about 350 I think on the 100k account, so with a risk of 500, so it was about 0.7 R gain, give or take, around about there. On the smaller account I set the pulled the stop loss in and just left it to run, which it came back and took me out at slightly less. So in hindsight, I could have held the trade a bit longer. Instead of getting a 0.7, I could easily have got a 1 R, which would have been nicer for the week. Maybe a bit more. just before this blue level here, which is a previous wick, which is where it turned and came back on me. So it's a good job I did get out, because eventually, it would be the end of the day here anyway, but eventually it would have gone to stop loss. So a couple of little things, maybe the stop loss could have been tighter if I wasn't worried that it's Wednesday and not already in a trade. And then after that, so we're up for the week just with one trade, which is fine. And then Thursday comes along, we're in an uptrend. Asian session comes into London session, break into low. We're in an uptrend, so really we want longs, not shorts. We want it to come into London, break out the Asian, and pick me up. Which obviously it's not going to do when it's breaking low. Broke out above here, but with this huge momentum, I think it must have been a news candle, which I've highlighted the fair value gap. And then Thursday, very flat, nothing to trade there. Asian session, London session, there maybe, but we're in an uptrend, so again we're looking for ups. And that was it for the week. I took one other trade just out of interest. It's on gold. I don't normally trade gold or any commodities or indices on my main account, so this is on the smaller account. But we came to the end of the week on gold. You can see it's sort of ranging, a bit messy all week. It looks like Thursday would have been an okay one. The EMA's downtrend, maybe, but it came out the Asian low already low, which we'd rather it came out and then broke. So coming into Friday, I think this was, Friday, last day of the week, in a strong downtrend. As you can see, everything's looking good. Came out the Asian session here, pulled back into the London session, and nice trade. So now, unfortunately, it's on the small account, not the main account. And again, you can see these blue levels here, which are previous wick levels, where prices reacted and turned before. Here's one, there's one, you got some over here, there's one as well. So these are little points to be aware that price may change or react at those levels. So that was my target for gold. Quite a good trade. It did use a lot of the stop loss area, so it was a good job that I went above the previous day low, which was also above this peak. Otherwise I may have been out. If I'd gone a bit tighter, maybe above these levels, we would have been out. But that got like a 1.6 R return, again on the small account, not the main account. So that was it really. Just two trades, one on the main account and one on a play account. So very quiet week. And then we've updated the spreadsheet now. So this is my setup, 2025 setup. We've got little step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, Asian session, break into London, pull back, enter the trade, stop loss below the peaks, target previous levels, a bit of management rules there, moving stop loss to -0.5 R, etc, etc. And then record it in stats. So the first week of trading this account, week 1, made 1,943, but cash amount doesn't matter, it's 3.89 R. And then week 2, which was the week we've just been through, just the one trade, which was a USD CAD on the buy, made about 350, so 0.7 R. So we're currently £2,294 up on the 100k, or 2.29%. Target is obviously 8% for phase 1, 5% phase 2. And you can see, did it use less than 25%? Yes, it did. The USD CAD trade barely used any of the stop loss distance. See, it either hit stop loss, use all of its stop loss distance, 75%, 50%, or less than 25%. And the USD CAD one barely used any stop loss. So if we get lots of these where they're less than that, then that means to me that we can tighten my stop loss up over time. You can see I've put a comment here. Closed a bit early, could have held for 1 hour easily. Some wick lows scared me. So this comment is highlighted in red because it highlights a bad choice. Green choices are good and blue are just, they are what they are. Blue, black, it's just, they are what they are. green is something went well and I made the right choice, red is I made the wrong choice. And that is it for the week, really. Very easy week. So we'll see what next week brings. But we can't complain because the account's up and we're doing well. So let's hope it carries on. And I'll give you an update at the end of next week. Hopefully with profits and not losses, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. See you next time.